7th annual Jackson 100 here at Brownstown Speedway. We started with a record 78 cars here tonight. This race started in 1980 with Charlie Swartz, the first winner. Paul Crockett won in 81. Russ Petro at 82 and 83. Kenny Simpson at 84. And last year, Kenny Brightville had the win. Also, the first time this race has paid $10,000 to win. The Ohio veterans on the front row to be Pat Patrick in 68, Delmas Conley in 71. Row 2 will be Jack Boggs in the B4, Rodney Franklin in 33. Row 3 will be Steve Barnett and Donnie Moran. 4th row, Russ Petro driving Chubby Baird's 8 car tonight, and John Mason in 72. Then it's Larry Phillips, Ronnie Johnson in 5. Row 6, Don Hobbs in the 3 car tonight, Roger Long in 36. As we go green here tonight, 25 cars starting here tonight in this Jackson 100. Delmas Conley, not a good start at 71. The Wheelersburg, Ohio driver, as they go 3 wide and they're almost for position. Pat Patrick will lead them out of turn 4 in the Stricker Street 68. Boggs in the B4. There's Rodney Franklin, the roller chassis 33 for the Virginia Leadfoot, as the caution has come out. Caution has come out, so we will have a redo here tonight in this Jackson 100. We get a car sitting in turn 3. We did not get a completed lap. Not everybody made it across the start-finish line. We'll do it again. So Pat Patrick in the Joe Stricker-owned, the famous Stricker Street 68. Delmas Conley on the outside. The Conley Trucking Masters built 71. Jack Boggs in the B4, Rodney Franklin, or Steve Barnett, and Donnie Moran in 99. Bullet chassis. The 7th annual Jackson 100 here tonight. Only one repeat winner so far in this race. Russ Petro back-to-back in 82 and 83. Kenny Brightville, the Sinking Springs, Pennsylvania veteran, came home with a victory here a year ago. 78 cars entered here tonight. That is the most in the history of this race that we have seen, and again, the first time this race has paid $10,000 to win here at Brownstown Speedway. So Pat Patrick and Delmas Conley will do it again for the 2nd time here tonight in the 7th annual Jackson 100. One more lap under caution to get everybody back in line. Again, we did not. Everybody has to complete a lap, a scored lap, when we go back to the previous lap, which of course was the start of the race. So we'll redo it. There's Boggs in the B4. And the C.J. Rayburn entered the bullet chassis of Rodney Franklin out of Winchester, Virginia in 33. And this co-sanctioned race stars in U of P here tonight. So Pat Patrick, the veteran driver out of Sailor Park, Ohio, lead him around again at a turn number 4. Conley on the outside into turn number 1. Conley did not have a good start that first time. This time much better there as Conley works the outside, and Pat Patrick out of turn number 2 down the back straightaway. Barnett at 89. You can see the field, 25 cars made the show tonight, and we've got a caution back out again. Here coming off of turn 4, and I believe it's the 1980 winner of this race, Charlie Swartz, brings out the caution in car number 1. Charlie Swartz started back in 16th alongside Dennis Bobnek, who's in the 22 car tonight, made the Jackson 100. So Swartz brings out a caution, so we'll do it again for the 3rd time. Patrick and Conley, Boggs and Franklin, Barnett and Moran, Petro and Mason, Phillips and Ronnie Johnson, Don Hobbs, Roger Long, then Jeff Purvis and Scott Graham are in row 7 back underway. For the 3rd time, we'll try this. Can we get a scored lap in? Pat Patrick with the lead. Now Delmas Conley down the back straightaway in 71. Jack Boggs runs in 3rd in the B4. Then it's Rodney Franklin in 33 down the main straightaway. Pat Patrick, your leader in 68. Pat Patrick, can we get a full lap in? The Buckeye State veteran leads it at turn number 3. Boggs is going to 2nd on Conley. Works the outside at 71. They go side by side. Out at turn number 4, down the main straightaway. Patrick leads, Boggs 2nd, Conley and Rodney Franklin runs 4th in 33, the Stars regular. Donnie Moran in the 99, he battles with Barnett at 89 at turn number 3. Pat Patrick still showing the way in 68. Pat Patrick, the Stricker Streak 68, still leading here, looking for his first win in the Jackson 100. Donnie Moran on the outside. He's gotten around Barnett. He'll work his fellow Bullet chassis driver, Rodney Franklin, in 33 off of turn 4. There's Patrick still in front. Boggs runs second. Moran looking for third and 99. Good race there. Moran and Franklin, they go side by side down the back straightaway. Moran edges ahead into turn 3. Donnie Moran started in 6th in that car 99, and right now he's trying to work his way to third, and he does into 1. Donnie Moran in 99. There's Barnett at 89. Conley in 71. Mason at 70. Purvis in 15. Jeff Purvis started back in position number 13 here tonight in that white 15. Purvis first came here 2 years ago in 1994. He won the Hoosier Classic. There's the race there between Jeff Purvis, Delmas, Conley in 71. Purvis has gotten around Conley here early on in the Jackson 100. Now Jack Boggs eyes Pat Patrick into turn 1. And here comes Moran at 99. Donnie Moran working the top now as he's again has gotten around Franklin. Now he eyes the second spot around Blackjack Boggs. Here comes Donnie Moran, the youngster. Right now it's Ohio and Ohio first and second. Patrick, Moran, third is Boggs, fourth is Franklin. Here in the heartland of Indiana, Brownstown Speedway, Pat Patrick still leads, but Donnie Moran, the momentum up top out of turn 4. Ian Boggs going at it. Good race for second place here in the 7th annual Jackson 100. Boggs on the bottom, Moran up top into turn 3. Rodney Franklin still runs in 4th in 33. As Pat Patrick still leads out of turn 4. Pat Patrick, the 46-year-old veteran out of Sailor Park, Ohio, a suburb of Cincinnati. As he rolls at 68 out of 4, still leading here at Brownstown of the Jackson 100. Still a good battle for second. They're side by side. Boggs in the B4, Moran at 99. Out at 2, they're still side by side. Rodney Franklin runs in 4th. Boggs not giving up the spot. Jack Boggs started in 3rd. Moran started in 6th. Pat Patrick started on the pole. He's led every lap so far here tonight. But he's got some heat. From Kentucky's Jack Boggs and Ohio's Donnie Moran down the back straightaway. Now Donnie Moran trying to clear Boggs. Good battle for lead here at Brownstown in the Jackson 100. Pat Patrick, Donnie Moran for the lead out of turn 4 at the line. Moran will take the lead. So Donnie Moran on lap 14 has taken the lead from Pat Patrick. As he'll pull away now down the back straightaway. Patrick back to 2nd. Boggs is 3rd. 4th is Rodney Franklin. As they come out of turn 4, Donnie Moran out in front. First came here at Brownstown in 1983 in the All-Star Circuit of Champion Late Models, and Donnie Moran with the lead, and now there's the race there. Here comes Purvis in 15. Now Jeff Purvis works the outside. Purvis up from position number 13 here tonight. The Imperial Motors 15, Rayburn. Purvis now, he's gotten around Franklin and moved to the outside of Boggs, so Jeff Purvis on the move. The fastest car on the racetrack, the Clarksville, Tennessee driver now. As you see, second on back as Moran starting to pull away. Purvis goes for second. Purvis into 1. Jeff Purvis has it rolling down the back straightaway, and Jeff Purvis on the outside as they try to go 3 wide. Patrick in the middle. Boggs down low. Good battle for second place as Moran says see you later, and Purvis has gone to second. Jeff Purvis again started inside row number 7 alongside Scott Graham. He's come all the way up to the 2nd spot. Moran still leading in 99 as he works traffic. There's the 15, the white 15 of Jeff Purvis down the back straightaway. So Purvis is pulled away now from that battle with Boggs and Pat Patrick. Donnie Moran still leading in 15. There's Purvis in the Moran still leading in the 99. There's the white 15 of Purvis. Rodney Franklin in the 33 car. He's moved himself up to 3rd with a Virginia driver. Donnie Moran still leading here in the Jackson 100 tonight. Jeff Purvis runs in 2nd in car 15. As they head down the back straightaway into turn number 3 of this 7th annual Jackson 100. Again, 78 cars entered here tonight. That was a record for this Jackson 100, the 7th annual event. $10,000 on the line to the winner tonight. Jeff Purvis leading or trailing now. Donnie Moran down the back straightaway. Jack Boggs runs now in 3rd. Boggs has gotten around Franklin, so Jack Boggs now sets his sights on his first Jackson 100 victory here tonight. None of these 3 have ever won this race. Again, Charlie Swartz won the first one, then it was Paul Crockett, Russ Petro twice, Kenny Simpson in '84, Kenny White Bill last year. The crown jewel event of Brownstown Speedway as they come out of turn number 2 down the back straightaway. So again, Donnie Moran still your race leader in 99, but he's got pressure from Purvis. Purvis has caught Moran in traffic now, works the bottom. A Bullet and a Rayburn going at it here at Brownstown at turn 3. Both Indiana chassis builders, Bullet chassis out of Pekin, Indiana, Rayburn race cars out of Whiteland. They battle down the main straightaway. Purvis for the lead on the bottom. Moran now. They go up top. Now Purvis on the bottom and heavy traffic down the back straightaway, and Jeff Purvis takes the lead. Jeff Purvis all the way from 13th with the lead here tonight at Brownstown. Jeff Purvis, 3 different leaders here in this first part of the race. And working lap 30. Boggs now trying to get back up in there. Boggs around Moran, and Jack Boggs has moved to 2nd in the B4. So the top 3 right there all together. Purvis, Boggs, and Moran in the Jackson 100. Jeff Purvis down the back straightaway into turn number 3, starting to pull away from the field. Heavy traffic for your leader. Jeff Purvis, we had a rough start to this race. It took us 3 times to get it going, but it's been good ever since. Patrick. Now Moran led early on after Patrick did, but now it's Purvis from the inside of row 7 with the lead. Boggs pressuring him into 3, into turn number 1 rather. So Jeff Purvis, the youngster out of Clarksville, Tennessee. The Webbville, Kentucky driver, Jack Boggs behind him. Donnie Moran out of Frazeysburg, Ohio, running in 3rd. As they come out of 4, it's still Purvis showing the way. Jeff Purvis, the 27-year-old out of Clarksville, Tennessee, down the back straightaway. Boggs still 2nd as they get a lap on the 22 of Denny Bodnick. Meanwhile, Rodney Franklin still in there inside the top 5 behind Moran. Purvis looking good right now, but a long way to go in this Jackson 100. Down the back straightaway. He starts to distance himself between 2nd place, Jack Boggs in the B4. A little bit of better room now for Purvis as they cleared some heavy lap traffic, but they have a couple of cars in front of them running side by side. Boggs there's 2nd place in the B4 down the back straightaway. Right now, it's still Jeff Purvis with the lead. Jack Boggs still 2nd in the B4. Both looking for their first Jackson 100 win here at Brownstown Speedway. 5 different winners in the first 6 Jackson 100s, but a big payday on the line tonight. First time again this race has paid $10,000 to win. And their 2nd place, Jack Boggs. Purvis now down the back straightaway. Around the 3, Don Hobbs driving that car 3 tonight for the veteran driver out of Bloomington, Indiana. He goes a lap down to Purvis. Purvis working the outside. Boggs trying to stay there on the bottom. Purvis's car handling anywhere he puts it here tonight. Boggs been mainly stuck there on the bottom, trying to make up time here in traffic for your leader. Purvis there goes into 1. There's Boggs in the B4. Pair of Rayburn race car entries. Purvis continues to show the way down the back straightaway into turn number 3. Jack Boggs remains in the 2nd spot in the B4. Well, Pat Patrick led the first 13 laps. Moran led laps 14 through 28. Purvis took the lead on lap 29. He's led it ever since. In that Imperial Motors Baker Engineering CJ Rayburn entry for Jeff Purvis. There's Boggs. Boggs now. Ronnie Johnson between them. The 5 car. He was the fast qualifier for the very first Jackson 100 here back in 1980. Ronnie Johnson won a heat race here earlier tonight. But right now he's a lap down. New York leader Jeff Purvis. Boggs trying to get around him. Battle back here inside the top 10. Franklin still in there in the 33 car. John Mason in 72. Roger Long in 36. And Georgia's Wade Knowles in there as well. Plenty of racing room here tonight. 3 different leaders in the first 29 laps of this race. But Purvis has been in control here in the 15 car. Heads into turn number 1. Jack Boggs still runs in second. Now Purvis, hard to believe this, Delmas Conley stood to the outside of the front row in the 71. He's about to go a lap down. Jeff Purvis, as you see now, some fog is starting to roll in here at the Brownstown Speedway. Jeff Purvis now behind Delmas Conley out at turn number 2. Trying to keep the cars going green here, keep that vortex rolling here at Brownstown Speedway. Getting hard to see, but Jeff Purvis, he can see fine. He's still leading here tonight. Into turn 1, Jack Boggs still running in second. In the B4, Rodney Franklin now has climbed to 3rd. John Mason 4th. As they come out at 2, there's Billy Moyer in the 21. If you can see him, he's right there in the yellow car, working the bottom. Purvis still leads. Jeff Purvis. There's Don Hobbs in the 3 car tonight. Right now, it is still Purvis in the fog in the Jackson 100 out in front. Jack Boggs still second. Rodney Franklin is still 3rd as they work their way. Jeff Purvis still leading this race. Again, he took the lead back on lap number 29 from Donnie Moran. Purvis now picking up some more traffic as they come out at turn number 2. Purvis in heavy traffic now down the back straightaway. Got to be careful to try to split a couple of cars. Jeff Purvis has been in control of this race since he took the lead, and he got in some trouble there. Jeff Purvis got into some traffic, and he may have a problem. And Jeff Purvis off the pace at 15, and the caution is out. The caution is out for Jeff Purvis, your race leader. He got into some traffic, contact with another car, and he may have cut a tire down. So Jeff Purvis, with 45 laps to score tonight here in the Jackson 100, is going to the hot pit. So Purvis will go in for a tire change. He'll have to come from the back here tonight. So that means that Jack Boggs will inherit the lead in the B4 car. 45 laps in the books, and Jeff Purvis is going to the pits for a tire change in 15. So Jack Boggs becomes the 4th different leader of this race as Purvis is back out. Wow, Heartbreak Hotel for the Clarksville, Tennessee driver in control of the Jackson 100. But that problem with lap cars that he's trying to lap and cut a tire down. So Billy Moyer in the 21 car, he started in 20th. Again, all lap cars will remain in their spots. So Purvis not only will have to deal with lap cars, he'll have to deal with cars on the lead lap. He'll be on the very back here tonight. 55 laps to go tonight, so Purvis will see if he can work his way up. He worked his way up from 13th to the lead in 29 laps. So right now, Purvis on the tail end of the field. Jack Boggs is your new leader. Billy Moyer is second. John Mason is third. Rodney Franklin is fourth. You can see the fog continues to roll in here at Brownstown Speedway as we're going under caution, and that may not be good news. As we stayed green, it wasn't too bad. Visibility was still limited a little bit. As you can see it rolling in here at the Jackson County Fairgrounds. We're going to go back green though. There's enough visibility to see in Jack Boggs. We go green, 45 in the books in the 7th annual Jackson 100 coming up. Here we go, back underway. Boggs will lead him into 1. In that Chubby Baird B4 Rayburn. Moyer runs in second at 21. So again, Billy Moyer started on the outside of the 10th row. A little bit of Moyer magic again here tonight at Brownstown. Leading for his first win in the Jackson 100. Moyer in the second spot. John Mason in 72. Rodney Franklin in 33. So Jack Boggs will be coming up on the halfway mark here shortly in the B4. So Jack Boggs has taken the lead over from Jeff Purvis, who had to pit with a flat tire. Now Moyer will pressure him down the back straightaway. Jack Boggs, your race leader, out of turn number 4. Down the main straightaway. Billy Moyer right there in the fog at Brownstown to the 7th Jackson 100. They are putting on a show here tonight. 4 different leaders in the first 45 laps of this race. Boggs leads Moyer into turn number 1. Rodney Franklin still running in 4th. John Mason is 3rd. Purvis trying to work his way back up in 15. So Purvis led laps 29 through 45 in command of this race. Cut a tire down and is trying to work his way back up from the tail. There's John Mason racing. John Mason at 72. The 84 Stars champion. Now runs up inside the top 3. Now Purvis will get an eye on the 15 car, trying to work his way back up through there. Boggs continues to lead. Jack Boggs, Moyer all over him in 21. Boy, a lot of great drives here tonight. We mentioned Purvis started in 13th, worked his way up to the lead. Moyer has come from 20th to 2nd. Jack Boggs still showing the way. Billy Moyer right on him now. Out of turn number 2 down the back straightaway. John Mason runs in 3rd. Rodney Franklin is 4th. $10,000 payday on the line here tonight, the 7th annual Jackson 100. Right now trying to become the 6th different winner in 7 of these Jackson 100s. One of these drivers trying to do that. Boggs, Moyer in the fog at Brownstown as they come out of 4. Jack Boggs, that white B4, leads the yellow 21 of Billy Moyer now. And here comes John Mason. John Mason at 72, the Millersburg, Ohio driver. Now down the back straightaway, he's caught the top 2. Racing John Mason in the hunt. He's trying to win his first race here at Brown. The outside, he won here the season-ending race, by the way, in 1985 as he goes to the outside. So Mason has 1 career win here at Brownstown. He works the outside. He came here last year, late in the year, and got his first win on the finale here of 1985. And right now, here in the 86 Jackson 100, he's trying to get a $10,000 payday as he battles Moyer down the back straightaway here at Brownstown. Into turn 3. I think they're in turn 3. No, they're out of 4 now. Here comes Boggs, still leading. They go into 1. Jack Boggs, Billy Moyer, John Mason for the lead in the Jackson 100 here at Brownstown, Indiana. Boggs still leading. You can pick up the white car out of turn 4. There's Moyer and Mason on the outside. They're side by side at turn number 1. Billy Moyer and John Mason, and Mason has a run down the back straightaway, I think, into turn 3. As they come out of 4. Jack Boggs still showing the way. Moyer still 2nd. Mason a solid 3rd. Rodney Franklin runs in 4th. Purvis trying to work his way up in 15. As we have had a long stretch of green flag racing after Purvis brought out the caution right now. Kevin Claycomb back up on the racetrack at 28. Right now, continuing to lead this race is Jack Boggs in car number B4. There's Mason. Now Mason has cleared Moyer. John Mason has cleared Billy Moyer now as they work out of turn number 2 down the back straightaway. Moyer will battle back on the inside. He's trying to go 3 wide in traffic into 3. Moyer on the bottom. Mason in the middle. Lap car up top. And Moyer regains the 2nd spot in 21. Billy Moyer's regained the spot. That was Don Hobbs in a 3-car, who was on the outside of this tussle for a second between Billy Moyer and John Mason. Good race there. Through the fog, in the Jackson 100 at Brownstown Speedway. Jack Boggs continues to lead in the B4. Right there he is coming out of 2. Now, Moyer is trying to distance himself between he and Billy Moyer. There's Boggs. Moyer second. Mason runs in third. In this Jackson 100. A record car count, 78 entrants here tonight. Right now, it looks like these 3 are going to battle after the win. Jack Boggs, Billy Moyer, and John Mason. Rodney Franklin still runs in 4th in 33. Purvis still trying to work his way back up in there from the tail. Down the back straightaway, Billy Moyer now starting to pressure. Jack Boggs for the lead here in the Jackson 100 as they come out of turn 4. Moyer, oh so good here at Brownstown. So has been Boggs since they started coming here a couple of years ago down the back straightaway. Jack Boggs and Billy Moyer to turn number 3 for the 7th annual Jackson 100 crown. Who's it going to be right now? With the lead, Boggs still has it. Moyer second now. Heavy traffic for your leader. Jack Boggs works out at 2. Moyer is there down the back straightaway. Here comes Billy Moyer on the bottom. Billy Moyer again from 20th to 2nd place, looking for the lead in the Jackson 100. Boggs into one around Conley. There's Moyer right there. Moyer not letting Boggs out of his side at a turn number 2 down the back straightaway. John Mason still runs in 3rd at 72. Rodney Franklin is 4th. And Purvis working his way, threading the needle through the field. He may be a threat here later on, still a ways to go. Boggs into 1. Moyer right on him on the left rear quarter panel. Down the back straightaway around the veteran Delmas Conley, set to the outside of the front row alongside Pat Patrick here tonight. Patrick led the first 13 laps. Right now Patrick still running inside the top 10 in this race. Boggs still leads Moyer. As you can see through the fog, visibility right now starting to get a little bit worse, but Boggs, and we got a spin at turn 2. Randy Boggs in the 155 brings out the caution. Donnie Moran has gone pit side. Moran led in this race, laps 14 through 28, but he is out. Boggs still your leader now. Moyer, been a good race. All laps so far in this race have been contested. All right, on the restart, it'll be Boggs, Moyer, Mason, Franklin in this race. There's John Mason, the 1984 Stars champion, the very first Stars champion. And there's Jeff Purvis. Purvis has worked his way back inside the top 10. Remember, we had 25 cars start this race, and Purvis had to restart about 22nd. He has worked his way back inside the top 10 after suffering a cut tire while leading this race. Boggs leads into 1 with back green. Here at Brownstown Speedway, the 7th annual Jackson 100, $10,000 on the line. Boggs, Moyer, Mason, Franklin, Purvis working his way up through it. Purvis will pick up another car. Jeff Purvis on a roll in 15 from the tail. Still a ways to go yet, not over yet. If he can get a couple of caution flags. Remember, if there is a caution, all lap cars remain in position. There's Barnett at 89, Franklin at, 72, Mason up top, and Purvis on the bottom. Jeff Purvis right now in the 15 car, bidding for inside the top 5, and he's rolling. Purvis, the fastest car on the racetrack, around Barnett at 89 as they head down the back straightaway. Roger Long still in there in 36. Wayne Knowles in car 66 for the Georgia veteran. But right now, there's the battle for the lead. Jack Boggs and Billy Moyer out at turn number 2 down the back straightaway. Purvis trying to come from the back here tonight. It took him just 29 laps here early on to come from 13th to the lead. He had 54 laps to come from the tail here tonight. There's a battle there. Franklin in 33. Rodney Franklin, John Mason. 33 and 72, while Boggs still leads here in the Jackson 100. The crown jewel of Anna Brownstown Speedway is not disappointed here tonight. Purvis, Heartbreak Hotel early on. Can he make up for it? If this thing stays green, he might have a shot. Purvis still to the outside now. Jeff Purvis on the march. There's your leader, Boggs. So Purvis right now is about a straightaway behind your race leader. Jack Boggs, Billy Moyer runs in second in 21. Jeff Purvis, can he come out and do the impossible here tonight? If this thing can stay green. Billy Moyer right there in second. Behind your leader, Jack Boggs. He squeezes it, turn number 2. Jack Boggs and Billy Moyer for the lead here tonight. Boggs, again, he inherited the lead after Purvis had to pit because of a cut tire back on lap number 46. He's led ever since, but right now, Billy Moyer not letting him get away. Moyer has him in his sights down the back straightaway. Jack Boggs still showing the way. Moyer, Mason, Rodney Franklin in there in 33. Purvis trying to climb again up even further. What a run here tonight for Purvis, though. It's going to be disappointing if he can't come home with a win because he was in control of this race. A couple of cars he was trying to lap, cut a tire down, and he had to pit and go to the back, but he's trying to work his way back up through their box. Moyer took a shot going into one. Jack Boggs, Billy Moyer, first and second here in the Jackson 100. Jack Boggs pulling away a little bit now. Clear racetrack in front of your leaders into one. Jack Boggs in at C.J. Rayburn, B4. Trying to become the 6th different winner in 7 years in this Jackson 100 race. Rodney Franklin. Now Purvis has moved up through there. Jeff Purvis now in the 15 car. He's still about a straightaway behind your leaders. Boggs and Moyer. As Boggs work around the 15 of Scott Graham down the back straightaway. Graham started alongside Purvis here tonight in row number 7. And we got a car slowing on the main straightaway. Exits the track. That's the 96 of John Gill. And John Gill was going to pull out of the race. Now he's back on the track. Will we have a caution flag? And the caution is out. The caution has come out. John Gill in an old 96 car. First year driving the 96 car for John Gill. As he has brought out the caution. Again, all lap cars will remain in order. Still some fog. Looks like it's lifting a little bit here. Boggs still leads. Good race so far. This whole race so far. 4 different leaders. Boggs leading now. Still, and took the lead back on lap 46. Moyer in second. In car 21. Franklin, Mason, Purvis now inside of the top 10. The top 5 rather, in 15. Here's the restart. Boggs heads into 1. Moyer close in 21, and it's going to be a no-go. Yes, we can scratch it. Can you back that up? You can edit that out, can't you? All right, back green. Boggs is still leading this race. Moyer, here comes Purvis. Purvis working in the 15 now. There's Boggs. Purvis, Mason. Here comes Purvis in 15 to the outside. Jeff Purvis open for a green flag. Finish in this one if he can get a shot at the leaders. Franklin there on the bottom. Purvis working it up top in 15. Boggs still leads Moyer and Mason. Franklin, 33. Purvis on the outside in 15 down the back straightaway as we wind it out in the Jackson 100. Boggs still showing the way into B4. Billy Moyer still in that second spot. They've run that way since lap 46. Mason on the outside. Franklin, Purvis, and 15 down the back straightaway. Jeff Purvis works the outside now. But once he's got to the top 5, he's passed a lot of cars up into that point. But right there, cannot make any more progress. There's Roger Long in 36. Long's run a good race inside there as he battles with Purvis down the back straightaway. The Illinois driver. Rodney Franklin still there in the 4th spot behind the top 3. John Mason in 72. And Wade Knowles. John Gill trying to work his way back up in there after bringing out that last caution in the 96 car. Visibility still not the greatest, but Boggs right now still showing the way. There's Purvis working the outside. But once Purvis has got here to battle with Franklin, cannot get around Rodney Franklin as they go side by side down the back straightaway. Purvis from the back, trying to come to the front here in the Jackson 100. He's gotten all the way to 5th. Can he get any further? There's Mason in 3rd at 72. Jack Boggs still leads. Billy Moyer runs in 2nd. You see Mason, Franklin, Purvis. That's the battle for 3rd, 4th, and 5th in the Jackson 100. Roger Long on the bottom. Roger Long now. He'll go side by side with Purvis down the back straightaway. Roger Long looking for a top 5 here in the Jackson 100. Roger Long on that bottom, the racing farmer down the main straightaway. He'll clear Purvis. Purvis battles back on the outside. And in front of them, they're side by side. That is the battle right now for 3rd and 4th between John Mason and Rodney Franklin. Track has been good all race long. They can run anywhere on this quarter-mile oval. And right now, getting near the end of the Jackson 100, and Roger Long and John Mason. Now Roger Long has caught up to Mason. Larry Phillips, you see them in the 75 car. He is a lap down. Right now, Mason, Roger Long, Jeff Purvis, the battle right there. That is for 4th. In the top 3 remain Jack Boggs, Billy Moyer, and Rodney Franklin. Here's Boggs. He stretched it out over that battle. Boggs cruising right now in that B4 Rayburn. As he's pulled away from Moyer, he has about a half a straightaway lead over him. Franklin still 3rd, Mason 4th, Roger Long 5th, Purvis is 6th. As we wind it down in the 7th Jackson 100. Jeff Purvis, he had made his way up to the lead early in this race. Flat tire is knocked into the back, and right now he had got inside the top 5, and right now runs in 6th. The battle there continues between John Mason at 72 and Roger Long at 36. As they come out of turn 4, they're side by side there. That's Purvis there in behind John Mason. The fog is throwing me for a loop. There's Mason right there. He battles with Franklin into turn 3. As it looks like visibility is getting a little bit better here as we wind it down here. In the last dozen laps of this Jackson 100, Boggs still leads. Boggs has a good lead right now in the B4. As he comes out of turn number 4, down the main straightaway. 2nd remains Billy Moyer. Can I go back and redo that one? Let me go back and redo that. There was 10 to go, and there was actually just a couple. That fog confused me. No, it's fog. I think it's smoke. Go back. I don't remember where I left off at. Somewhere there. All right, battle there continues as Roger Long on the inside of Purvis. Larry Phillips again back into it, but he's a lap down as he's trying to work his way back up in there. He still runs inside the top 12, though, this Larry Phillips. A lap down. There's the battle there. Purvis, Long, down the back straightaway. There's the battle. That is for 3rd. That is Rodney Franklin at 33. John Mason at 72 as we wind it down. And the Jackson 100, Jack Boggs right now in total control. trying to become the 6th different winner in the first 7. Jackson 100 is $10,000 payday on the line. Blackjack Boggs in the Rayburn chassis down the main straightaway. And Jack Boggs has done it. Jack Boggs wins his first Jackson 100 here tonight at Brownstown Speedway. In the inherited lead back on lap 46 when Jeff Purvis, your race leader, had to pit with a flat tire. And he leads it to the end. Billy Moyer gave him a good run for a long, long time. Moyer's going to come home in second. Rodney Franklin third. John Mason fourth. Purvis comes to fifth at the finish. Roger Long sixth. Wade Knowles seventh. John Gill, nice recovery for him, to eighth. Delmas Conley ninth. And Pat Patrick, your pole sitter, finishes out the top 10. So on a historic night here at Brownstown Speedway, 78 entries here tonight. That's a record. $10,000 to win. That's a first time here in the Jackson 100 that began in 1980. And Jack Boggs, the Grayson, Kentucky driver, in a C.J. Rayburn chassis, has come home the winner tonight of the 7th annual Jackson 100.